Hey all, and welcome to the first installment of So You Wanna Be. We'll cover many stereotypes such as the prep, the goth, the skater, the artist, the emo, and today's stereotype, the punk rocker. This is Danny. He's your ordinary all-American teenager. He enjoys baseball, apple pie, white picket fences, and the suburbs. Hello, Danny.
Oh, hi, narrator.
Why so glum, Danny?
I'm bored with baseball, apple pie, white picket fences, and the suburbs.
What do you mean, Danny?
I want something to be a part of. I want to be part of a group. But not just any old group. I want to be a punk rocker.
Well, Danny, you sure picked the right place to be. We'll show you through the steps of being a punk rocker, and you'll be on your way to being a Kool-Aid hair color freak in no time.
Oh boy.
Well, first, before you dress like a punk, you have to know what being a punk is all about. Let me bring in a good friend of mine to tell you all about it. Danny, let me introduce you to Johnny Skull.
Hey Shrimp, so you want to be a punk rocker, eh? Well, I'm here to tell you all about the history of the greatest group of nonconformists ever. It all started back in 1977, when a group of kids were brought together in a band. This band would soon be known as the Sex Pistols. The guitarist was a genius. He wasn't original at all. He just took old 50s rock and roll songs, sped them up a whole lot, put more distortion on it, and voila, punk music. All you need is snarling vocals about anarchy, hating politicians, drinking beer, and how much you hate your parents, and you have punk rock. Then in the 80s, a new type of punk was born, hardcore punk. Hardcore punk is basically shorter, faster songs with even more distortion, and even more indistinguishable words. Hardcore punk was created by such influential bands like Black Flag, the Dead Kennedys, and Minor Threat.
That's quite a speech, Johnny. Good job.
Now understand, there are many other genres of punk rock. It's almost impossible to explain it all in a 5-minute movie. Here's a list of a few: skacore, oi, crust, and many, many more.
This time, I'm going to call on a buddy of mine to help you dress like a punk rocker.
Oh boy, I sure am excited to conform to this group of nonconformists.
That's the spirit, Danny.
Hey, how you doing, kiddo?
Oh man, he sure smells bad.
That's because he's a crust punk, Danny, you see. Crust punks live in dumpsters and don't shower or bathe. They wear greasy, grimy clothes because they think it's cool.
That's right, narrator. Now, Danny, I'm gonna bring you through dressing like a punk from head to toe, okay?
Oh boy.
Okay, first of all, the punk hair. Punks usually have dyed hair. Common punk colors for hair are blue, green, red, pink, and purple. The hair will also usually be spiked into Liberty spikes, and a mohawk or any other weird thing that your parents will hate. Remember, if you look like an idiot, it's probably punk. And when you're too lazy to gel your hair, you can wear a hat. A typical punk hat is a fedora. Next is the torso. Most punks wear band t-shirts of their favorite punk band. It can be ripped, dirty, beer-stained, whatever. As long as it doesn't look too clean, you're okay. Next is the jacket. Most punks will own at least 5 leather jackets or denim jackets. These jackets are generally adorned with spikes, patches, and the like. Remember, the crappier it looks, the more punk it is. Next are the pants. A popular pant rocker pants is the plaid bondage pant. These pants have a bunch of useless zippers and rings, where the standard rip beyond belief jeans will suffice. Now for shoes. First, Converse high tops were considered punk. Then they realized Nike owns Converse. So remember, kids, Converse ain't punk. I recommend shoes from No Sweat. If sneakers are anything, you can't go wrong with good old-fashioned combat boots.
Alright, Danny, now that you know about punk music and how to look like a punk, it's now time to learn how to act like a punk.
Oh boy, I sure am excited to learn this.
Well, boy, if you want to learn to act like a punk, you gotta lose that gee whiz bullcrap. Real punks don't say things like that. First lesson on acting like a punk is you gotta be mean and tough. Wipe that smile off your face and put a dangerous smirk on. When you aren't smirking, you gotta be scowling. You gotta make people afraid of you. Just wearing freaky clothes isn't enough. You gotta look mean. Good, you seem to be getting it. Now the stance. One stance made popular by Sid Vicious was the head cocked to one side while scowling. Lastly, your behavior when conversing with other punks. There are a few topics you can't talk about. Sports are a no-no. Punks hate sports. Don't talk about how awesome your life is being a punk. In fact, don't acknowledge the fact that you are a punk. Also, avoid mentioning these bands as punk, because you could get killed talking about these. Blink-182, Green Day, Good Charlotte, and Simple Plan. You follow those simple rules and you'll be alright, on your way to being a real punk, and you'll pick up some other ideas along the way.
Okay, Danny, you think you got everything?
Sure do, boss man. Leave me alone. I got a show to go to and some bottles to smash.
That's my boy, Danny. That's my boy.